And most of you would be so dang proud of me because I am live on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. Just baby steps. And I admit it's been quite a while since I've gone live. And truth be told, it's because we travel now full time. And I have 4 children, and I'm still trying to finish the final edits of my book, which have turned into be much harder and take longer than I thought. But here we are, right? It's always about the semantics. So I am thrilled that you are joining me today. And I admit I have this like reverent nerves within me to share this message because it just feels so much bigger. And it's bigger than me. And it's going to require all of us. And therefore, I think it's worth talking about today. So today what we're going to be talking about is really understanding how do we get out of 2021 something that we probably didn't get out of 2020. Now, regardless of where you sit today, 2020 was an unexpected year for all of us. Like nobody went into 2020 thinking that we'd be where we are today, having experienced what we experienced. And I can appreciate the consensus that says, oh, I just can't wait for the new year. I can't wait for January 1st. I can't wait for 2021. Like I appreciate that. But the reality is that this doesn't all just go away on January 1. And a lot of it is actually going to linger with us for a while. I know most of you are probably like, thank you, Debbie Downer. JG, what the heck am I listening to this for? But I think here's the problem. When we bypass the reality, we skip a step in fulfilling our dreams. And that's really what this is about today, is how do we dream in 2021? How do we dream in 2021? And how do we make those dreams an actual reality? But if we bypass the reality, we skip a step, right? Like the reality says this year kicked our butt. The reality says that we may never have normal. Like it may never go back to the way that it once was. Like we have now a new norm, okay? The reality says that the lingering effects of fear and worry and doubt and even separation among us as people is potentially going to continue with us. Like that's the reality of this. And I'm here to share a very important message that sounds like this. The reality says all those things, but God, but you dreamer, but those dreams that are on the inside of you. That's what we're here to talk about today. The but God, but you dreamer, even though reality says all the things that it says and the world says all the things that it's saying and the fear and the worry and doubt, but you and the dreams that God's put on the inside of you, let's talk about those. Like, what about the dreams that you have to live and to love more passionately? What about the dreams that you still have to start that business, to write that book, right? Like, what about the dreams that you have to have a more passion in your marriage and in your relationships, and the dreams that you have to travel the country and to see the world and to create the change and impact that you so desire? What about those dreams, right? Like just because 2020 got us off our rocker and we have no idea what to expect for 2021, but those dreams are still there and they're still within you. And I believe they are still alive. Now, I will admit that I am obviously a huge advocate for dreaming. I mean, I named my business The Dream Factory & Co. and I have a book called Dream I Dare You, and we have a 6-week course called Dream Now and all the things. But I'd be lying if I didn't share with you this really important ingredient that I think is going to be the precipice and the impetus for what 2021 is going to require if we want real change. If you want real change in a more progressive way that's going to impact the greater good and that is actually going to make your life realer and purer and more in tune with your dreams, I think that we have to understand this key ingredient. And truth be told, it's a key ingredient that I haven't spent a whole lot of time talking about in the last year, but it is going to be our main agenda and campaign and true north for 2021. And I think it's necessary for all of you dreamers out there, every single one of you who wants to take your life to the next level, who wants to blow past 2021, who wants to utilize the lessons that you've learned. This is the key ingredient, and this is what I'm here to share with you today. Are you ready? Here's what we have to do in 2021. We have to do this together. We have to dream together. That is the recipe. That is the ingredient. That is how we are going to overcome, and we are going to move through, and we are going to integrate our lives, and we are going to make our dreams and the thing that God's put us on the planet to achieve and to accomplish and to bring to this world. That is how we're going to do it. We are going to dream together. And that is the name of the campaign. That is the name of our Facebook group that we just launched. That is where we're going for 2021, is because it's about learning how to dream together. Yes, it's about getting clear on your dreams and knowing what they are. Yes, it's about tuning out of the world around us and learning to tune into the things that are going on within you, to tune into the very voice of God that's speaking to you. But even more so, and beyond that, and with that, and mixing all of that together, it's about learning how to dream together. Now, in a world that was crazy busy and hyper distracted before COVID, and now in a world that I believe is over connected and lacking true connection, I think that we need togetherness more than ever before. That we actually need to be leaning in and getting involved in each other's lives and in each other's dreams more than ever before, because that's how we move out of our isolation. It's how we move out of our loneliness. It's how we move out of the impossible. It's how we start to rebuild our lives and position ourselves to do something that we've never done before. Now, if you look at the actual synonyms of the word together, here's words that you're going to find: unison, united, collectively. Catch this. In one breath. It says it's with one voice, all together in one accord as one. That's what this is all about. I mean, even if you look back at the early church, right, in the book of Acts, it talks so much about a time when, the word of God spread like wildfire, right? This togetherness, right? Like, how do we spread life and love and purpose and the manifestation of our dreams in the world around us when it's in dire need of these things? Here's what the Bible says. It says, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayer. It says, everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together, and they had everything in common. They sold property and possession to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes, and they ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of the people. And the Lord added to their number daily to those who were being saved. Together, that is the recipe. It didn't, in those days, the persecution and the problems and the obstacles were at an all-time high, just like today. And maybe you can relate. You're like, what the hell does dreaming even have to do with my life right now when I'm barely surviving? Here's what we have to understand. In times of crisis, in times of change, in times of overwhelm, in times when you're barely surviving, those are the moments that we need to dream more than ever before. And those are also the moments that we need to come together and dream together, because we are better together. If you continue to read in the book of 1 Corinthians, the Passion Translation, which I love, it says that, and it's very clear about our giftings. It says, if the whole body were just an eyeball, how could we hear? And if the whole body were just an ear, how could it smell different fragrances? But God has carefully designed each member and placed it in the body to function. A diversity is required for the body to consist. There wouldn't be a body at all if it didn't have many parts. So now we see that there are many different parts of the function, but one body. Instead, God has mingled the body together. He has done this intentionally so that every member will look after the others with mutual concern, so there will be no more division. In that way, whatever happens to one member happens to all. If one suffers, we all suffer. If one is honored, everyone rejoices. This is how we manifest, you guys, potential. Heaven on earth. A greater year. A different year, a new year, a fresh year, one of hope and faith and love and joy, is that we do this together for the common good. We lean in. And I spend a ton of time writing about this in the last few chapters of my book, Dream, I Dare You, because I'm not a big advocate on dreaming big. I just don't believe in dreaming big. I believe in dreaming real. And the irony in dreaming real is that your dreams automatically become big, because the realer your dreams become, the bigger they become. And the bigger they become, the more you realize it's beyond you. It's outside of you. The things that you desire, the changes that you want to make, the business that you want to start, the book that you want to write, the impact that you want to have, it's bigger. It takes a village. It's going to require that we learn to come together as one in unison, and we start to lean on each other for support. Right here in the book, I say that it's not the sake of having a big dream, right? It says that it's actually about bringing humanity together. It's not just the benefit of you, it's about connecting with other people. When you dream real dreams that are bigger than you, it automatically means you will need someone else to help you. And when we work side by side together for a cause and reason that's bigger than ourselves, we are brought together in ways we couldn't only imagine. That's what this is about. This is what I'm suggesting that 2021 is going to require for all of us, is the ability to dream together, to lean in together, to unify ourselves, to believe in each other when we don't believe in ourselves, to connect each other to resources and people and ideas when we just can't see the answer, to pray for one another, to hold each other's hands up, to be the light when it feels dark. This is what it means to dream together. And if I could summarize this in the simple steps of, right, I had already said that this is going to be something that we are advocating for, and we're going to kind of create a whole campaign all year, which means every day, every month, we're going to be just doing our part to ensure that from the tools and resources we're providing to the content that we're putting out there, that we're giving you the space to know how to do this together. But the thing I'm really excited about just in this first step for us as a company, and for me, like, welcome to the 21st century. You guys, we're starting a closed Facebook group specifically for dreamers just like you, who that resonates with, and you're like me. I need help. I need support. I need connection and collaboration. I need to be able to have deeper, more meaningful conversations. I want to talk about the hard stuff, but I want to be challenged and supported through it. I don't want to give up. I don't want to fall prey to what's going on around me. I want to be in conversation and in community with people who believe the dreams that are on the inside of them are the answers to the greatest problems in the world around them. If that's you, then I want to invite you to join us as a member in our new Facebook group, Dream Together. Capital D, Dream, capital T, Together. I'm going to write that in the comment section. And whether you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, I'll put it in my bio. I'll put it in the links in Facebook, wherever you find me. But we're asking you to join us because every single day we are going to be having conversation that's going to be encouraging you, uplifting you, challenging you, supporting you, moving you through where you are to where you want to be, because anything that you could dream for this new year is possible. Anything. It says, with God, all things are possible for him who believes. I believe that anything is going to be possible for 2021. And the key ingredient for this, one of the key ingredients for this, is going to be our ability to connect and to come together. And that's what we're going to do in this closed group. We're going to lead this charge in this mantra by coming together and by connecting dreamers all across the world in a conversation that's in unison, in one accord, with one voice, in one breath, that is going to dedicate this next year to manifesting and chasing and pursuing and unapologetically chasing the things that are on the inside of you. Because that's how we change the things around us, is by leaning into the boldness, the willingness, which just means willingness. We did a whole podcast on this, that boldness just means willingness. So if that's you today and you resonate with that, and you have a desire to chase your dreams, you know that God's put something on the inside of you. You crave connection, you crave community. You want to just dip your toe in a more meaningful conversation. You want to start awakening the awarenesses and peel back the layers as to why you do what you do. If you simply just want encouragement, you want prayer, you want people to come alongside you, will you join us? Because that's what this year is going to be about. It's going to be about doing this together. You are not alone. You are here for a reason. The world is waiting for your dreams. And even though 2020 kicked us off our rocker and flip-flopped a few things and made us feel like now our dreams should be at the bottom of the to-do list, we're going to flip that upside down and inside out and upside down and inside out. And we are going to do this together, because if not now, when? And if not who, you, and if not in 2020, 2021, because what's the alternative, right? Like, it's all going to be hard. Let's pick the hard that gets us to where we want to be. And the beauty of this kind of hard, of deciding to do this together, even though I'm sure some of you are sitting there right now going, yeah, but Julie, I've done this together with people before and I've been hurt. It's called being human. Yeah, I get it. But the beauty of actually doing this together is that we get to leverage our time, we get to leverage our insight, and we no longer have to feel lonely or isolated in chasing the things that are important to us. So stay tuned. Grab the link that I'm about to post when I click off. Go to the link in my bio. Go to Dream Together. Message me. Do all the things. But please join us in 2021 as we dedicate our lives to dreaming together. I love you. Go get them, dreamers.